Hey, happy Friday, everybody. What's going on? Torp, mate. What's up, Torp? Robbie Altree. What's going on? Happy Valentine's Day. I always said that wrong. I don't think I ever said that right. I always just say Valentine's. I don't know. It's just one of those things I couldn't never quite say right. Yo, Kevin, what's going on? Kevin L. What's happening? Let's start it off right. Everybody take a sip. How's everybody been? Hope everybody had a nice romantic day with your significant other. Did we have a romantic day? I don't think we had a romantic day, did
No,
we?
we did not.
We did not. Did you hear? No, we did not. It wasn't a terrible day, was it? Huh? Hey, too, babe, what's
Hey,
up? You're
True
being
Babe.
awful quiet over there. Why am I being shunned? Huh?
No, I did not get a dozen roses, Robbie.
Kim does not like flowers.
That's not true. I
What?
don't like cut flowers.
Did you hear? I guess we're changing the rules as we get older in life.
I don't like cut flowers because they die.
Uh huh.
Oh, see, Kevin had a good day, had dinner at home.
Okay, see? That was nice.
Hey,
See?
one. Hey, Frank.
Yo, Frank, what's going on? Apparently, apparently we're supposed to do stuff for holidays now. Huh?
No,
It seems that way. We
no
married
chocolate.
35 years in September, and
No
you let
chocolate, no flowers, no gifts. We don't do that.
see, see. But then we get these little moods and these moments of silence. Do you know what we do get though? When it
Hey,
snows,
Big Job.
our cars get cleaned off. Huh? We take care of the
Hey, Spray
pets.
Bomb.
What's going on, Larry? How you doing, buddy? Too, babe. What's up?
He might be Robbie, but not for not getting me something for Valentine's Day.
Not for that, buddy. I mean, we haven't done, we
Hey,
don't
Joe,
do
thanks.
we just don't do that stuff. It's like we're those people. We do whatever we want when we want. It's like if Kim wants something, she gets it. If Brian wants something, he gets it. That's just the way
Hey,
we've
Paul
always
White.
been. Yo, Paul White, what's going on? Our gift is each other to each other every day, right, hon? Isn't that right, honey?
Yeah, sure.
We do nice things for each other. That's what we do. Mm. What's going on? How you doing, Ron? Hope everybody's having a good Valentine. Everybody celebrates differently. I'm just Kim and I don't do that kind of stuff. I don't know. Maybe we're anti-romantics, right, hon? Say, I don't
Yeah,
know about huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good, Robbie. Hey,
Harry,
Harry.
what's going on, man? Thanks for coming in, buddy. Glad to hear it, Ron. Glad to hear it, man. So you guys seen I couldn't get the car to start the other day. I tried like two or three different times. That was over the course of an hour and a half. It's too cold. And I wasn't gonna start messing with the time. I know I could get because it kept popping like it was gonna start. And if I would have, messed with the timing, maybe put some fuel down the carburetor or some starter fluid, it probably would have lit right off. But I don't want to wash out my cylinder walls. I'll just wait another couple weeks. Usually, like when it's down around in the 30s, it doesn't want to start real nice. And I think I'm going to need new spark plugs too. So we'll do that in the spring. But we took a crack at it. Just a
He
little
has
too
lost
cold
weight,
yet.
Spray Bomb.
Oh, man.
I don't think he
Fortnite.
had any starting fluid,
I
Robbie.
didn't have, but I could use brake fluid on, anything just to get it to pop.
That's cold, Frank.
That is very cold, Frank. I can't deal with that, man. I don't know how you guys do it. Can't. It's
Hey,
like,
Randy.
if you look at that cold start, you guys can see how clogged up my shop is, right? So, what I have to do on the
Hey,
Nova,
Don. Hey, Jim.
I need the door open, and that's basically what's going on. I have no room, so I have to wait until the weather clears up just a little bit. I'm sort of working inside outside, so just for right now, we're all right. We'll get it.
Oh, 80. That's nice, Robbie.
The license plate, the only relevance to it, I guess, one is it's a real 1955 license plate. I bought it off of eBay, and the guy only guaranteed the number for like a month.
Hey, Bulldog.
But I had this plate for like 3 months, but I went up to the DMV spot, and Pennsylvania accepted it. You have to pay a fee, and they registered that's my number to that car, and it's assigned to that car forever. I mean, as long as I have it. And now if I sell the car, I can sell the plate too. But the deal with that is it's a antique, right? So I can't technically I shouldn't drive it from dusk from dawn until dusk. It's kind of like you're not supposed to drive it at night. And if you're going to do something like that and drive it at night, you got to call the insurance company and let them know.
Thanks, Don. That was a great win by the Eagles.
Yo,
I
Bulldog
thoroughly
Garage,
enjoyed
what's
that
up, man?
win.
Have a sip. Yo, Randy made it in here. See, I'm just now catching up.
Uh-oh. Frank's waterline froze.
Now, Bulldog, that's Bob Mack, right? Is that Bob Mack?
Think so.
All right, Bob, because I think who's Bonnie? Because they just joined up on Facebook. Is that your wife? Right on, brother. Thanks for stopping back in. Good to see you, man. Takes me a minute to remember stuff, but I try to remember. See, like when Chaz came up to the house that one time,
Hey, Jazz.
we cold started the gasser, and it started right up, but the plugs were a lot newer then. And I've fooled with the timing, and I think the plugs are starting to foul. So I'll have to take a look at them.
No, he did not spray bomb. This is typical MO for Brian. He'll get to a certain point and then he lets it drop off.
Are you giving me a hard time?
Yes, I am.
Well, you'll get through it. No, we're gonna work on it tomorrow. We're gonna do some of the tile work tomorrow. We'll see. See how far we get. Yeah, I get tired, and I don't see you jumping around. She'll take a nap on the couch. Well, how far did you get?
Yeah,
Stretch out. What'd you
well,
say?
I'm in there cooking dinner.
What?
When I'm in there cooking
Nah,
dinner.
nah, nah. You don't get away with that. I do as many chores as you do around here. Well, I'm sorry you had to give through a commercial. Have a sip while you wait, Robbie. Ain't nothing I can do. I hit the conservative. That's the best
They
I can
did throw
do.
a can. They hit the general manager, the guy who put the team together, with a beer can today at the parade.
Yeah, did you see that big gash on his forehead?
Jonathan said they were throwing it to him. My son actually went to this
Well,
parade.
he's a really smart
Hey,
guy, but
Mark.
he can't catch. So he's got a big crease on his head. It was pretty funny. Yo, Mark, what's up, man? Everybody's filing in now, hon. Everybody's just pulling in. Jim's, if it ain't broke,
He said,
fix
"Be
it.
careful with that
What's
paddle."
happening? It's my fault, Jim. I'll finish it up. I could blow it out really fast. It's just I don't want to say I lost ambition. I've been tired like the last 2 weeks. I don't know. Kim was too. She's just picking on me because it's like I think we both had a touch of something, and she's running around here with a semi runny nose earlier, and she had a headache yesterday. So it's like we had a touch of something, I think. But I'm starting to feel better. So
Had to go into work.
yeah, well, that's a big part of it. We're both tired. We're old. We're old people.
It is the weather.
It is. It's supposed to rain all week. We're supposed to. Well, this is a good test, hon, because this is going to be the first real test since we had our basement supposedly waterproofed. So we'll see, because we're supposed to get upwards of an inch. It's supposed to start tomorrow around 1 in the afternoon and not stop until Monday.
This is the storm that Big Job's getting right now, except he's getting in snow form.
Oh, okay, so Big Job's getting hit with snow. We're going to get hit with the rain.
Oh, that sucks, Randy. Tell her I hope she feels better.
Wow. It's going to be cold here too, babe. It's going to be real. For 30's really cold for South Carolina, but we're supposed to get back down into the single digits or
But it's
something.
supposed to be
for a couple
56
days.
on Sunday.
Yeah, it's going to be 56, but then look at what it's going to be on Tuesday.
That much snow, Chaz? Are you kidding?
Oh man, I hope that's not
Jim,
up
you're
here,
funny.
man. I don't want to deal with that. That's too. I'll have to get the snowblower out if that's the case. I haven't had that thing out in 2 years, but I drain the gas. If I put gas in it, I pull it out of that shit. I bet it starts on one or two pulls.
Yeah, the
Still looks brand new. It's like 10 years old. I've used
blue
it like a dozen times.
blue A is going around here.
The what?
Blue A,
Oh, I don't know what that is.
the type of flu is flu A.
Oh, okay. Well, we didn't get that. I don't think we got that. But
There you go, Randy. You should have a nice weather down there.
I'm a firm believer in the vitamin C and the vitamin D. I take them every single day, and I finally convinced Kim to take them. She gives me a hard time about it sometimes, but she'll take them.
It is almost over, Bulldog.
We're close. I'll take 45, 50 without rain, and I'll start working in the shop with the doors open again, and we'll be golden.
So for 5 years, I've worked from home. We lost our computer system, so there's no remote systems. I've had to go to work all week. It stinks.
It's hard for Kim because she's worked from home for 5 years, and then like for the past week and a half, she's had to travel in. So she's getting up almost as early as me. I leave for work at 4:30 in the morning, and so I make sure she's up before I leave. And she's been getting there. What you've been going in at what 6, hon?
Yeah.
Yeah, she goes in at 6. Gets all the work done there. She still can do some stuff on the computer at home, but not her main stuff. It helps, Jim. It really does. I believe I'm a firm believer. I mean, it's not, and I feel better in the winter
I
because
agree,
it's
Spray Bomb.
especially in the wintertime because we're not getting enough sun, you know. So in the wintertime, and I don't even know. I bought Kim one of those special lights. Do you use that, honey?
Sometimes.
I bought her one of those lights because she was back there in that office, and it was always like in the.
Hey, Kenny.
She's got 2 windows, but there's a porch there, so she doesn't get the direct sunlight. Oh man, we got balloons. I don't know what that means, but thanks. And balloons just went across my screen for whatever reason. Penny, what's up, man? But she wasn't getting enough sunlight back there, and so I think the vitamin D helps her with that, and that special light. They have a special, like a little desk light, and it's supposed to emit some kind of like sunlight kind of ray or whatever. I don't know. I read about it and I
I
bought
don't
it.
know what kind of light it is, Robbie.
What, hon?
Robbie said ultraviolet, and I said, I don't know what kind of light it is.
I don't know if you would call it an ultraviolet light. It's just like you know how everybody gets the winter blues, like they get a
It's a
little,
grow light.
huh?
It's a grow light.
Nah, a grow light. It could be. I don't know. I mean, it's if you look them up, it's like for depression. It's like because you know how everybody gets that like oh and
What
that
balloons,
it's
one?
you, whether you realize it or not, it's depression, and it's supposed to be, you know. And I learned that from a guy at work, and then I read up on it, and I decided she didn't ask for it or anything. I just bought
Hey,
them,
Lonnie.
and it's a nice little thing. It was one. There was balloons went across the screen. Did it happen on your phone, hon?
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. I don't know what happened, but it was pretty neat. I don't know. So I'll wait till the gasser gets up around whenever it gets up around 50, and I'll try to start it
I
then.
put it on the fan, Robbie. I put it on the fan so it spins around like the disco light.
But what?
Nothing, Brian.
I'm trying to understand what you're talking about.
Read the comments.
And I can't catch up. Let me see what Robbie said.
Robbie said, "Do you feel like you're in a disco?"
Oh, it doesn't strobe or nothing like
I
that.
said I put it on the fan so it spins around.
Oh, okay. Now I understand.
Oh my god.
I'm kind of slow, honey. You got to help me out once in a while. Instead
Hey,
of
empty
picking on me. Hey,
pockets.
Lonnie, what's up, man? Kim's giving me a hard time as usual, as you can see.
Hey, Lewis. Yeah, that's right. He had to be there, Robbie.
There's some people, Jim, that believe we're living in a simulation. And I'm not convinced it's not true yet either. All these smart people are saying it now. It's kind of like everything got weird with that. What do they call that thing that's over there in Europe that smashes atoms? What's that called? You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
The boson,
Yeah, the boson
the hadron collider.
hadron collider, where they break atoms. I think they did something when they did that experiment, man, because it's just kind of like everything's weird now. Either that or I'm just weird. I don't know. I believe in all them theories and stuff, man. I watch a little bit too much
Yes,
of
the
that stuff.
collider.
Huh?
The collider.
Yeah, the collider. That's what it. That's right.
The
See,
hadron
two babe
collider.
knows. Yeah, the atom smasher. You know what I'm talking about, Torp. It's like when they do that stuff, how do you know they're not doing something that affects everything else? I don't know. Nobody knows. They don't know, but they have to smash it to find out, I guess.
Shit.
When we were in California, Jim, we played tackle football one day, and I came home and I was so sore. I mean, them guys were big guys, and I got beat up pretty bad. And Kim gave me Bengay, and I rubbed it on my thighs, and it got on my atoms. I tried to wash it off, and that made it worse. So there's that. So I kind of understand how you feel, sort of.
Solar flares. That could be solar flares.
Yeah. Well, stuff happens, Randy. You gotta live and learn.
Yeah, you lived and burned.
I did what?
Lived and burned.
Lived and burned.
Oh my god, never mind.
I'm too slow. I guess they could
Hey,
smash.
GMP.
Hey, GMP, old man Marine, my buddy Glenn, what's going on, brother? It is. The week flew by, man. I was like, it's like Kim's like, you didn't really do much, and you haven't been doing much. So how are we going to keep talking about stuff on live? I'm like, we'll figure something out. We'll get back to it.
The Philadelphia Experiment. Yeah, that was a Philadelphia. I don't think I've ever seen that movie, but yeah,
Yeah, I think we saw it, right?
it's an old movie.
It's like from the late 70s or early 80s, right?
No,
No? Are you sure? When did that come out? The Philadelphia Experiment. That was like the late 70s or 80s, or I don't know. Do you guys realize that next year, is it next year, will be 50 years since it was 1980 or something like that? It's pretty wild. When you think of, or 55 years, right? It's just crazy. Time just goes like that. Okay, it happened in 43. But when was the movie, Larry?
maybe it was the 80s. Maybe I'm thinking of the actual thing that happened. Was
Uh, well, Chernobyl happened in
what was it?
86. Chernobyl is or Cherno. Am I saying that right, hon?
Chernobyl.
Chernobyl. Chernobyl was like 1986, I think. But I don't know about the Philadelphia Experiment. Yeah, that's what it is. The Centennial. I remember it too. My grandmother used to come pick us up and bring us down to this side of the state every summer. And I just remember when we got down here, we used to go to Valley Forge every weekend. My grandma would find stuff for us to do as little kids. Like, we'd go on all the tours of Valley Forge with all the log cabins and George Washington, where he was camped and all that stuff. But when it's pretty interesting. But I just remember during the Centennial, it was huge. So they had everything down here. Everything had 76 on it. Oh yeah, I remember that too. Okay, Spray Bomb says the movie was in
Oh, happy
84.
anniversary, Lewis.
Hey, happy anniversary, buddy. See, hon, there you go. Spray Bomb 84, hon.
Okay, I was actually thinking of the actual thing that happened.
Oh, well, that happened in 43, honey.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know. Now, what was the one that happened up there near Harrisburg? What was that one,
3 Mile Island?
Yeah. Now, what was the one called that happened in Japan? That was like 5 years ago when the tsunami hit. Didn't it break some nuclear thing over there?
Mhm. Fukushima, I think. 2 months after Woodstock,
Okay.
GMP got his 55.
That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. How close are you to Woodstock, Glenn? I know you're in New York, right? Fukushima. Yeah, see, Kenny, you can see you guys are up on your history. That's pretty cool.
We have to teach BW stuff.
And you do. And I don't mind relearning stuff or learning new stuff. I try to learn new stuff. And I'm like punchy on stuff, but I'm actually like maybe I'm eccentric in ways because I'm actually pretty decent on a computer. And I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm not afraid to click. I'll click on anything. I don't care. And I was telling Kim, I'm actually thinking about learning how to code, not because I want to do it for a living or anything, but everybody's saying that that's what everybody should be learning how to do. And I'm almost ready for retirement. And if I don't even learn it and wait until I'm retired and I get bored, I might try because they say anybody with any obviously you can't be mentally handicapped, but if with any kind of capacity can learn how to do it. They actually have a program where you can like do exercises, and I just want to understand it. I don't understand it. It's like everything's the blockchain and everything. Like they say, the future is all that blockchain stuff, and you need to write code to do it. So I don't know. That's the kind of stuff, and maybe that's nerdy. Maybe that's getting a little too nerdy for you guys. But I think about that kind of stuff. I want to know what they're talking about when everybody's talking because I don't have no idea what that means. Does any of you guys know what blockchain means? I don't. I want to find out. Okay. See, Torp's got an idea. It's like PLC programming. Okay. That's true, Robbie. That's a code. I it's just like I wanna learn new stuff. I like learning new stuff. Even if I don't remember it all, I like to try to learn new stuff.
Hey, country boy.
Yo, what's up, man? It is all and it's gibberish to me too. That's why that's the exact way I feel about it, Jason, but that's why I wanna learn about it, so I at least understand what somebody's talking about. Because the world, think about it, guys. The world's passing us by. And I always tell Kim, I yell at her because her parent, she's always like, my mom and her phone. She's always hitting these buttons and they don't work. Her mom's 80, right? Or eight. How old's Ruth, huh? And she's using a cell phone. But think about when she was a kid. They didn't really even have TVs back then. And think about how far everything come. You're trying. I don't want to be passed by. I want to be able to know what's going on in the future. And I look at stuff that way. It's like she uses the phone just fine, if you ask me. But everything's moving so fast now. Think about they say within 10 years, everybody's going to have a robot in their house. Do you think that's true, hon?
No,
You don't believe that?
no,
Not with all this AI technology and everything?
no.
Okay, well, maybe I think it will. I think it'll happen. I mean, everything's going to change. It's happening so fast. The technology is moving so fast. Okay, all right, Glenn. Oceanside, huh? Yeah, see, Torp, you get it, and think about that and how the adapts, being able to adapt to what's coming. You get it, Torp. Lewis said the first color TV he ever saw, hon, was 1958 when he was delivering newspapers. That's pretty cool, Lewis. That's fair. That's fair, Randy. I was thinking more along the lines of like the AI stuff, but yeah, anything with a servo. We got a lot of servos at work, man, and we got the only thing we got like robo cylinders on our palletizer machines that move the product to get it stacked on a conveyor. We do have some of that stuff. Now our place doesn't have robot arms, but down south, I think Beach Island down in South Carolina, I think they have like robot arms that actually stack the product now. Oh, thank you, honey. Appreciate that. Good enough. Hey, get my beer out of there while you're standing up. That way you don't have to do it later, hon. Hey, could you stop giving me dirty looks?
No.
I'd appreciate it if you would stop giving
No.
me dirt. She giving me dirty looks, y'all. I mean, and it's like a scowl. We'll call it a scowl. I'm in trouble. I don't know what I did, but I'm in trouble. We'll figure it out. Notice the cheap shots that have been leveled at me since we started the show. Apparently, I'm not.
Hey, Tim Windsor.
Hey, Tim. Apparently, I'm not working hard enough on the house. I didn't get her nothing for Valentine's Day, but remember, 35 years and
so's our vacuum cleaner one. It's a robot too.
What the where is that thing?
I gave it to my mother.
That's all right. We weren't using it. What do they call those things? The Roomba. That works. You just let it go. It'll roll around. It'll fill the little tray up with dust.
The big dog's laying next to me. The big old man.
We finally got him back to the vet. We hadn't had him at the vet in like 4 or 5 years. So we had to get his shots updated. But let me tell you, he's older now and he's still a handful. But back then, he was a bull. He's too hard to handle. He's fine here at the house. He's fine out back. But out in public, he's a bull. So we got to be careful with him. Who, me, Archie Bunker? I don't think so.
I guess that would kill a golden retriever's hair would kill the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, it would probably do a number on it. Because now our dog is like a pitty lab mix. So he has that lab hair, that real short hair. And when it gets in stuff, you can't get it out because it's like real, like pointy. So it weaves itself in and it's impossible to get out once it's in. And he destroyed the back of Kim's new car. I got to get back there and try to clean them seats. Slobber all over them, dried slobber all over them. It's a brand new car. I got to go out there and try to clean it, I guess. I do shake my fist to the clouds every once in a while. There we go. Make sure everybody else
He's
gets to have
Abe
a sip, too.
Simpson.
I do what, hon?
You're Abe Simpson.
Yeah. Back in my day, a blown tranny was on a car. That's a meme I always see. You guys crack me
up. That's true, Robbie. He liked that snow, though.
They're big, yeah. He did. He looked like he enjoyed that. Colbert was a tank in his heyday. He's what now? About 100. What was he? 110
No,
Was that
he
the
was 99 pounds.
99 pounds? I think at his heaviest, he was probably 110, 112 pounds. And he was, man, was he strong. I remember Kim's mom one time, oh, I'll take him for a walk. No, you will not. Kim was like, no, mom, you can't take him for a walk. He's a tank, man. You know, he was a tank.
What kind of dog do you have too, babe? Around your pastime.
Oh, I'm past the. I'm sorry, everybody. We got to do our drawing real quick. We have the bumper sticker, and if you have this one, I'll be happy to give you the fill the bucket one,
Aw,
whichever one. A number between
they're cute.
50 and 100. Between 50 and 100.
Let's see if Randy can win.
And they're coming in quick, hon. Keep an eye out. There it is. Big job, Ford.
Big job.
Big job, Ford.
I thought Randy, as soon as I said, let's see if Randy can win, he called 65.
I know. Randy called 65 and it was 64. And I had to I was like trying not to make a facial expression because I didn't want to give it away. She wrote it on a piece of paper today. And whenever she got me my beer and just dropped it off. So there's no text message this time. That's hilarious. Good job, Ron. I'll get this in the mail to you, brother.
Rat terriers are so cute.
Huh?
I was going back to two babes saying they have a rat terrier. They're so cute. Then again, all dogs are cute. All dogs are cute.
Yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong with a mutt, you know?
You were close, Randy. I thought that was hysterical.
I was like, I tried to keep my best poker face because Kim said that and you guessed 65. And I was like, I can't give it away.
If he went up, if he had gone down,
if he'd gone down, he'd have won. Yeah, it's going down good. That tastes really good tonight.
Oh, he was just teasing. He knew what it was. He let
somebody else win.
He let somebody else win.
That's good enough, man. That's cool. I don't know. Now we're all futuristic nerds now. We all, it's like what's going to happen in the future? Who knows, man? They say this AI is going to change the world. It's kind of scary, but at the same time, we got to wait and see. That's why I don't want to be left in the past. So I'm going to try to keep up at least a little bit because it's like Kim and I just bought a new big screen TV for in the basement because it's almost done. I just got a couple little things to do. She's just being Kim. But anyway, we bought the TV to kind of, for the new room. And it's a real big one, but it's, what's that called, hon? What does it have in there? AI? I think it's an AI TV. I think it has AI in it. And I can't even hardly run the remote control, man. And when you turn the TV on, it don't go right to the cable box. You have to use the TV remote to tell it to use the cable box because it has every single app that you could think of, and they're all on the thing. And it's like it took me like, and I was ready. I was yelling at Kim. I couldn't get the TV cable box to turn on. When I get frustrated, I yell at Kim.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You yell at me just as much as I yell at you.
Let's talk about what happened with the refrigerator.
Oh, yeah, the refrigerator. It makes I think the fan is hitting something back there. Not the excuse me, it is the compressor fan. The circulation fan is fine. It runs good. But I think whenever the compressor starts to get hot, it has a little tiny fan that runs across it. It's hitting something in there and it makes a little tiny clicking noise. And it's just annoying. And I'm sitting there in the chair and it's just driving me crazy. And I couldn't let it go. Kim's like, let it go. Let's just go to bed. I was ready to just knock the whole thing over. I had it pulled out.
We started this at 9:15 at night.
And we're getting ready to go to bed. She's right. But it was bothering me so bad. I had to see what it was. And I finally got a flashlight and looked in there after she got mad at me and went to bed. I looked in there and I think that's what it is. And then it shuts off and it only turns on every once in a while. So I can't be certain if that's what it is. So the next time it does it, which it does it a little bit every day, I guess, I'll have to look back there with a flashlight and make sure that's what it is. I'm not no appliance repair guy, but I'll figure it. How hard can it be?
We don't have any grandkids. We have to ask our son. He's a millennial, so
Yeah, he's not interested. Yeah, he's not interested. He's got a couple girls that come around and stuff like that, but he doesn't seem like he's in any hurry to start a family. And it's like a couple of the girls that come around, like the one girl, she has a kid. So
hey,
I don't.
David.
Yo, David made it. What's up, man? I'm already one drink in, so you're gonna have to catch up, unless you already started.
Is that your new puppy, Frank? The schnoodle? He likes being outside,
All
even in that cold temperature.
right, my buddy David's here, so I'm gonna open up my beer now. I got to keep up. Oh.
Did she always have rat terriers too, babe, or did she have different dogs?
And you have to show me a picture of a rat terrier. I want to see what they look like.
Aw, Ocean Pearl.
Huh?
Frank's dog, Ocean Pearl.
Okay. I think so too, Bob. I mean, he's doing his own thing. When he's ready, he's ready. And then that'll be fine by me. Whatever it is. And if I happen to never get to see a grandkid and he has one after I'm gone, he can
Hey,
he can direct them to my
PPSS.
YouTube if they want to see what Pop Pop looked like.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I don't know. That'll be just fine with me. Yo, Possum, what's going on, Rick?
When did you have pizza tonight?
Oh, he probably did. Isn't that their Friday night thing?
I think so. I could go for a good pizza. Costco is okay, but
Everybody loves the dog, Randy. That's the thing. Everybody loves a dog.
our dog that just passed away, he when we used to watch Ray Donovan, there was this big dog on Ray Donovan.
He hated that dog.
He hated that dog. The dog wouldn't even have to be on TV. He could just hear it breathing and he would be barking at the
Oh,
TV.
he hated that dog. I remember that. Glenn, I was checking them out, and the really good ones are like 15 grand.
Oh,
And I know they have little ones, but they take forever. And I heard they work good. I mean, they'll take paint off, they'll take the rust off. If it's like paint or something, you got to go slower. But let's face it. I mean, if they, with the bigger machines, maybe my shop will get one someday because then you don't have to breathe all that grind dust. Just getting the rust off the weld and stuff like that. It's a game changer. I mean, a lot less people are going to get a lot less sick. All
well,
that.
congratulations, Lonnie.
I remember when I first started in the field, like being in the Navy, they didn't give us dust masks or nothing like that. You might get a little 3M mask once in a while, but that was it. Now, then I joined up. I was down there at the in CCF and working in the power plant. Then I had a respirator on all the time. But it's like this laser stuff for taking off the rust and all that stuff. That'll definitely help people's lungs. But I know you can get one like for a personal shop. They're still like 3 grand. I saw somebody, I can't remember who, somebody on one of our YouTubes that we all watch, somebody has one and they were using it a little bit. Yeah, 6 Gs, man. If you're gonna use it every day, yeah, that's I think it is. I think it is Brent. Thank you, Torp. I think it was Brent. See, Brent's got all the stuff, man. That guy is so smart. People don't realize how smart he really is. I mean, not only is he talented and he's got like great ideas, but like when I watched him set up the 3D uh plasma cutter. He programs all that stuff. He gets it cut the cutting the plasma cutter, the automatic plasma cutter, the 3D thing and all that. He that's got like a like a CAD program, and he figured all that out, and he made all his own tooling for that stuff. That guy's a lot smarter than he lets on. He kind of acts like a backyard guy, but he's he's a genius, man.
Hey, there's
I got a lot of
Becky.
respect. I got a
Hey,
lot of
Becky.
respect for Brent.
Happy Valentine's Day, Becky.
Hey Becky, how you doing? I hope you feel better. I know you were battling the flu. Exactly, Kenny. Yeah, he's a special guy, man. I started watching him like Dan went over and visited him, and then shortly after that, I found out he had his own YouTube, and I watched. But Dan turned me on to him.
We used to have a cat named Rocky.
Oh, you could tell, Frank. You can just tell he's a genuine guy. And it was terrible when he lost his shop. But he has recovered and he's got a his shop's, awesome now, but he had to suffer for a while. I mean, I think everybody felt terrible when he had that fire. And that like yard art truck, I think that's he does so many great things. But my favorite thing he did this past year was that yard art truck. Man, that thing just looked so cool. The wheelbase on it. I ain't saying it was going to be anything you could take down the street, man, but it sure looked cool, man. With the dualies that were like almost right up against the cab.
I think it's Half-Assed Customs, right? Half-Assed Customs?
Yeah, that's Brent.
Well, Randy was asking.
Yeah, oh yeah, Randy. Yeah, half-assed customs, Brent. Yeah, that yard art truck. I think that was just about the coolest truck I seen on the internet. I don't remember seeing anything any cooler than that, man. Yeah, a big job. I have no idea. I'm not. He had a
Hi,
pretty
too,
big.
babe. Tell the wife hello.
All right, too, babe. Take it easy, man. Thanks for chilling with us for a while, brother. Hey, there goes the balloons again. That's pretty cool. I don't know if he has money or whatever, big job. I think he had like a salvage yard because he had a lot of old cars and junk stuff. He would just pick stuff up, and he would just store it and then he'd use it later on. Like the yard art truck I'm talking about. He had that, and it was just a truck cab that somebody else had did a chop to, and it wasn't a great chop job, but he held on to it and figured he'd use it for something. He built that thing out of everything he just had laying around the shop and laying around out in the yard, and he would
Hi,
he
Becky.
put that thing together. I mean, that was a fun little what do you want to call it, like 4 or 5 episode to make.
Is that like how we pronounce water? One?
What you trying to pick on me for the way I pronounce water?
No.
Oh, that's cool, Frank. And radiator.
Radiator.
I put water in my radiator. And I think that those are the keys, like for these guys that are making all these videos and they're getting big. You know, I think what do they call that when you do like 6 videos? It's like a block of video. Or what I'm trying to think of the name. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's like forget what it's called, but I think that's how you get a little successful at YouTube. It's like I'm too slow. I like Kim said, I back off, get and then I jump back into stuff. And but it's like if you complete a project in like 6 videos and put them out right in a row like that and do them in sequence like that, I think that it'll catch on. So anybody that's got that kind of money, time, and space.
Randy's put out a lot of videos.
Randy's cranking them out, and he's doing quite well. That's like I said, though, but it's like uh, it's like it seems like the really successful ones. It's like if you take 6, 7, maybe 10 videos at the most to do a project and it be done because a lot of people want a conclusion, and sometimes that's too many. And I know I'm way too many. But I try to film when I'm doing cool stuff. I wish, like I told you guys last week, and I've said 100 times before, all the cool stuff I did on that 55 I did before I knew how to make videos. I wish I was doing videos when I was.
Possum wants to know what you think of the Pentina paint job on Bonnie.
Oh, it's cool. It looked pretty good, Rick. I thought it blended in nice. It looks like the part. I think he's doing a heck of a job on it. Yeah, it's cool. He did a nice job on them eyebrows.
Do you say Warsh? Warsh?
Wash,
Brian used to say that.
wash rag. I'm from Pittsburgh, man. We talk different in
And
Pittsburgh.
I said you've lived here way longer than you ever
It
lived.
doesn't go away, hon.
You lived here way longer.
It doesn't go away, hon.
Frank bought a chopped Fargo from Brent. He's going to start on it this summer.
That's pretty cool, Frank.
Oh, the Mustang's not getting any interest. I like Mustangs.
It's like I say, it's tough, Frank. And like I say, it's like I'm noticing that the guys that are really successful are like pumping out like a car. They'll do a project, and I don't think it really matters much what it is, but they're done in like six episodes or so. And it's like, I still watch Bad Chad and his stuff, and he takes cars so far, and then guys get mad because he drops them and does something else. But he's explained that he's like, look, man, I'm to the point where now I want to do something else, and he just pushes it to the side and does something else. It's like he does what he wants, and that's okay too. But I think that if you do, I forget what the name. I wish I could remember the word. I saw it, and I saw a couple of the content creator people that tell you how to do better and stuff like that. They were telling you, it's like you do like if you get a car, try to get the project done in like 6, 7 videos, and then you're going to need another car. So that looks like the business model. If you're in it for the business, that looks like the business model. And you could look at Dan; he's constantly pulling a new car in because it's to keep interest.
Musician, magician, musician, magician. Now I'm not going to be able to say that. Oh, that's cool, Lonnie. I used to work in a dentist office.
That's wild, Lonnie. It's like I said, that kind of stuff is it's fascinating, man. It's like if you learn CAD. I remember whenever I was in the powerhouse, there was this young engineer, and this guy was probably the smartest guy I ever met in my field. And he had said he would teach me CAD. And he was only there a few months. And I asked for the program, and they could have just put it on our computer for us downstairs. And the IT guy wouldn't do it. He gave me some kind of block thing for Microsoft, and he wouldn't put it on the computer. The guy was going to come down and teach me, just the ins and outs of it, and they wouldn't put it. Not they. This one specific IT guy just, you don't need that down there. I ain't putting that down there. It's like, dude, I want to learn it. He wouldn't do it. Oh well. But I had an engineer that was going to teach it to me.
Did it take a license? Is that why? Did you need to license it?
My company has that where they can put it wherever they want. They have, and he just wouldn't put it on there. it was some guy that was just being a, I don't want to use the word, but he wasn't a very nice person. He had something that I wanted and decided I couldn't have. Yeah, I mean, that's just one of those things where I get interested in something and want to just know about it. That's all. Well, I mean, that's true, and there's a need. There's an you know, I we used to have to make like design pipe pipe designs, pipe work, weld pipe. We had a pipe fitter. He would draw everything out, and I would just weld it. But I mean, we there was a need. There was also an interest. I mean, I was just interested. But I understand what you mean, Randy. It was kind of like when I did my front end, my tilt on the 55. I didn't know what to do. I was just trying to figure it out. I reached out to engineers. I talked to an engineer Kim used to work with, but he said, "Oh yeah, maybe I'll draw something up," but he never did, and nobody ever did anything. So I just started looking. I was like, "Well, it's on me. It's my stuff. I have to figure it out." And so I just started looking online, and I found the bearing packs that I wanted to use. I found, it's like, how am I going to make it tilt? I don't want to pull real hard. You
You
see
should
some of
have
these
asked
guys,
Craig.
they put their whole body in it to flip the thing up. I got mine on oil impregnated bronze bushings pressed in on, and they're not just shoulder bolts. They're shafted shoulder bolts. They cost a few more bucks, but it's like a 1 inch shaft on the end of that bolt. It's like this long. It's like ground and polished shaft. So it's on oil impregnated bronze is basically just old fashioned bearing. That thing I can pick that
Don't
tilt
let him
nose
get
up
a
with
big
two
head,
fingers.
Randy.
Huh?
I mean, Robbie. Robbie said you did a great job on that VW, and I said, don't let him get a big head.
No, I appreciate it, Robbie. It's a big hit at the car show. Everybody's like, "Wow, man, that's pretty incredible." And everybody always thinks because they see me over there doing it by myself, they all think it's fiberglass. It's not.
We should have asked Craig. He would have done it. Craig would have drawn something up.
Probably Thorpe would have probably done it. But like I said, I asked Colin, and he said he was going to do it, and he never did. And it was like, it's not his fault. He has his own stuff he's into, but it's like, I just, I couldn't wait around anymore. I was like, it was time to
That's
build something. So
just
I
the
just
relationship we
figured
have,
it out
Ron.
myself. Huh?
I said to one, I'm not always talking to you.
Oh, well, you usually are. And then you say, you don't listen when I tell you
You don't. Where's that video? Where's that meme you sent me?
something. You guys see my beard's coming back in. Kim said it's still not as close as to where it was, but I got it coming back in. It won't take too much longer. She says another 3 weeks to get to the point where she cut it.
It does work smoothly, Kevin, but we don't like to tell him that too much because then he gets a big hit.
I don't get a big head.
Yes, you do.
I don't. I don't. But it is what it is. We figured it out.
Oh, that's nice, Frank. See, Frank, somebody sent somebody over to look at it on YouTube. He sent somebody over to look at your
Oh, I
video.
appreciate that, Frank. Thanks, man. It's like I said, the racing. What's the name of it? I always forget. Lever Family Racing. He did his after ours, and his come out really nice. He did some stuff that I wish I had done, but yeah, Lever. He's a good dude, man. He's a really good dude. I like his videos too. He gets right to it. If you guys go watch Lever Family Racing, he jumps right into it, and I like his videos, man. They just they flow. He's very very good at it, making video. Right on, Frank. Like I said, I messed up because Kim cut my beard and it was really nice. She said, "Go down and look at it." So then I was like, "Okay." So I set the thing on razor, and I was just trying to find the setting she had it on, and it slipped down to 3 and put a bald spot. So I took the whole, because I was going to trim the other side close to where she only had to do a touch up, and I messed it all up. We won't do that again. But I'll have it back. It's just a beard. I'll have it back in a couple weeks all the way.
That's because it's so windy here. I don't know when it became windy, but
Randy, I used to work right through the winter, but I only had one car in the shop. Because with one car in the shop, Kim got me. I have a heater out there. It runs on the propane. Excuse me. I turned that thing on, and I can get my shop. It was 2 degrees outside, and I had my shop at 90 degrees. And what would happen is I'd get it up to 90, and I'd take my jacket off and everything. I'd start sweating, and I'd shut that thing off. And in about 25 minutes, it would go from 90 to 50. And I'd turn the thing back on and get the heat back up. It was just constantly up and down, but it never got below 50, and that's comfortable. But now with both cars in there, and my 55 don't go outside, especially now. I'm landlocked right now. I couldn't get that 55 out if I wanted to. It's stuck where it is until the yard dries out.
I don't think that's true.
But like I say, that's the main reason I haven't done anything on a car, because I have to work basically outside right now, and that's cool. I don't
I
mind
don't know
doing
if I
it.
know
It's
that
just
song, Robbie.
smart man, Randy, smart man. That's something I gotta think about. I gotta think about a storage for the other car. Because that's the only if I got rid of one of those workbenches out there and just had one car to do in there, I could get a car done in the winter, and I would love to do it. I like going out there. It's like Kim says, every once in a while I'll go into a lull. I've been in a lull for about 2 weeks. I'm getting ready to crank it back up again, but I just got tired, and I think I wasn't feeling well. Can't prove it, but I feel pretty good right now. It is what it is. Yes, insulation. I got that foam board, twerp. It's like, I think it's inch and a quarter thick, and I just put it on the walls, and then I use the foil tape to tape it in between everything. I was gonna get the whole thing sprayed, but it was cheaper just to buy those foam boards and put them up, is what it is. And
The
then
only
Kim and I did the brush. We've got the brushes for those, doors. If you got that kinda door where it rolls up
everyone
into it,
knows it's
those brushes work good to
windy.
keep the wind out, and that's all you can really do
Who's
with those. Because
down?
when the
Who's
door's
down?
when the door's up, it's sealed, but when it's down, there's like a crack that's this big. So when you get the brushes, it seals it all off. It works good. Hey, there you go, Andy Welch.
I think that's Larry.
Angie Welch. Larry?
Who's down?
Oh my goodness gracious, we're at 58. We only got 2 minutes left. Angie, thanks for joining the team. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Well, more members, the better. I really appreciate you joining.
The only windy song I know, Robbie, is "Everyone Knows It's Windy." That's the only one I know, Robbie.
Right on, Frank. Hot rod Lincoln. I appreciate you coming in, Kenny.
Bye,
I,
Kenny.
I I love catching up with you guys every week, man. This
I'm gonna
is
have to look up
it's
that
like
other
my
song.
highlight of the week, man. It's one thing I can keep doing is just talking to you guys. Like I said, we're gonna crank it back
Bye,
up.
Monty.
No worries there.
The Wind Beneath My Wings. That's true. That's another wind song.
Yeah. All right, Mark. Thanks for coming in,
Bye,
brother. We're
Mark.
gonna try. It's
Bye,
gonna be a
Frank.
cold week coming up. I want everybody to bundle up, do something fun, come back in and tell us about it next week, man. You know? Really appreciate all you guys.
All right,
All right,
everyone.
Kevin. Thank you very much, brother.
Bye. Na 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 na.
All right, Larry.
Na na na.
Right
na.
on, man.
Bye, Harry. Bye,
All
Big
right,
John.
Harry.
Bye,
Thanks,
Robbie.
man.
Bye, Angie.
Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody, man. All right, man. Do something fun this week. Come back and tell me about it next week. Till next
Bye.
week. Take care, everybody.